Maybe you understand English. You understand simple videos. You understand short conversations. You know many words. But when someone asks you a question, your mind suddenly goes blank. You hear the question. You know what you want to say, but your mouth does not move. You begin translating. You worry about grammar. You search for the perfect word. And after a few seconds, you become silent. Then the conversation moves on. Later you think, I knew the answer. I could have said something. Why am I still afraid? My friend, listen carefully. Your problem may not be English. Your problem may be the way you practice English. You have trained your eyes to read. You have trained your ears to listen. But maybe you have not trained your mouth to speak. And maybe fear has controlled your voice for too long. Today, I will show you how to change that. You do not need expensive lessons. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need to study for 3 hours every day. You need a simple system. You need daily speaking practice. And most importantly, you need to stop waiting until you feel ready. For slow, clear English practice every day, subscribe to Mission English Daily and continue this lesson with me. Now, take a slow breath, relax your shoulders, and think about this question. When was the last time you used your English voice? Not inside your mind, not while reading silently. When did you really open your mouth and speak? Understanding is not speaking. Many learners make the same mistake. They believe that listening to English is the same as practicing speaking. Listening is useful. Watching videos is useful. Reading is useful. But speaking is a different skill. Imagine a person who watches cooking videos every day. This person knows the names of many dishes. They understand the steps. They know which food goes into the pan first. But they never enter the kitchen. They never hold a knife. They never turn on the stove. Can they become a good cook only by watching? No. They must cook. They must use their hands. They must make mistakes. They may burn the food. They may use too much salt. But little by little, they improve. Speaking English works in the same way. You cannot build a strong speaking voice only by watching other people speak. You must use your own voice. Your mouth needs practice. Your tongue needs practice. Your lips need practice. Your breathing needs practice. Speaking is physical. It happens in your body, not only in your brain. This is why some learners understand English very well, but still cannot speak easily. Their knowledge is inside, but their voice has not practiced bringing that knowledge outside. The real problem is often fear. Let us be honest. For many learners, the biggest problem is not vocabulary. It is fear. Fear of making a mistake. Fear of using the wrong word. Fear of sounding strange. Fear that someone will laugh. Fear that people will think your English is bad. This fear becomes stronger when you try to be perfect. You begin to believe that every sentence must be correct before you say it. So you build the sentence inside your mind. You check the verb, you check the tense. You check the pronunciation. You check the word order. And while you are checking everything, the moment disappears. Silence feels safer, but silence has a cost. Every time you stay silent because of fear, your brain learns. Speaking English is dangerous. Then the next conversation feels even harder. But every time you speak, even with a small mistake, your brain learns something new. It learns, I spoke and nothing terrible happened. I made a mistake, but the conversation continued. The other person understood me. This is how fear becomes smaller. Not because you wait, because you act. A small story about a quiet learner. Let me tell you about a learner named David. David worked in an office with international clients. He could read English emails. He could understand most meetings. He knew many business words, but he almost never spoke. During meetings, he turned off his microphone. When someone asked for his opinion, he often said, "I am not sure." But inside, he had many ideas. He was not quiet because he had nothing to say. He was quiet because he wanted to say everything perfectly. One day, his team discussed a problem with an important customer. David knew exactly how to solve it. He had seen the same problem before, but he stayed silent. Another person gave a weaker idea. The team followed that idea. Later, the problem became bigger. David felt terrible. He thought, "I should have spoken. That idea was useful. But now it is too late." That evening, David made a decision. He would not try to give long answers anymore. He would prepare 3 simple speaking sentences before every meeting. The first sentence was, "I have one idea." The second sentence was, "Can I explain?" The third sentence was, "I think we should try this." The next meeting came. David still felt nervous. His hands were cold. His heart moved quickly. But when the team asked for ideas, he said, "I have one idea." His sentence was simple. His voice was not very strong. But everyone stopped and listened. Then he explained his idea with basic English. He made 2 grammar mistakes. Nobody laughed. The team understood him, and they used his idea. That moment changed something inside him. He did not suddenly become fluent, but he learned that speaking did not require perfection. It required courage. Stop translating every sentence. Another reason speaking feels slow is translation. Someone asks, "What did you do this morning?" You understand the question, but your brain goes back to your first language. You create the answer there. Then you translate every word. Then you check the grammar. This is a long road. It makes your brain tired, and it makes the conversation stressful. You need to build a shorter road. Thought, English, voice. Start with very small thoughts. When you wake up, think, "I feel tired." When you drink water, think, "I am thirsty." When you leave home, think, "I am going to work." When you wait for a bus, think, "The bus is late." These sentences are simple. That is why they work. You do not need advanced words to think in English. You need short sentences connected to real moments. The more often you do this, the faster your brain begins to find English directly. At first, you will still translate. That is normal. Do not fight yourself. Just guide your mind back to English. Again and again. One thought at a time. Simple English is strong English. Some learners feel embarrassed when they use simple words. They think fluency means using long sentences. They believe strong speakers use difficult vocabulary all the time. But real communication is usually simple. Listen to these sentences. I need help. I do not understand. Can you say that again? I agree with you. I need more time. These are not advanced sentences, but they are powerful. They help conversations move forward. Simple English gives your brain more space. You do not need to search for rare words. You can focus on meaning. You can focus on the person. You can focus on your voice. Remember this line: express, not impress. You are not speaking to show people how many words you know. You are speaking to share an idea. Clear English is better than complicated English. A simple sentence spoken with confidence is stronger than a difficult sentence spoken with fear. Your mouth is a muscle now. Touch your jaw gently. Move your lips. Move your tongue. These parts of your body help create English sounds. Speaking is not only mental, it is also physical. Your mouth may not be used to some English sounds. Maybe your language does not use the sound in think. Maybe the difference between ship and sheep feels difficult. Maybe long sentences make your breathing uncomfortable. This does not mean you are bad at English. It means your mouth needs training. Think about exercise. If you want stronger arms, you cannot only read about exercise. You must move. If you want to run better, you cannot only watch runners. You must run. If you want to speak English more smoothly, you must speak. Open your mouth every day. Use your voice, even when you are alone. Speak in your room. Speak while walking. Speak in the shower. Speak while cooking. Your house can become your practice room. The 1-minute speaking habit. Many learners say, "I do not have time." But you do not need a long practice session. Start with 1 minute. 1 minute is small enough to begin. Choose one simple topic. For example, my morning. Speak for 1 minute. You can say, "I woke up at 7. I felt tired. I washed my face. Then I made coffee. I checked my messages. After that, I started work." Your grammar does not need to be perfect. Do not stop every time you make a mistake. Continue. Your goal is not accuracy first. Your goal is movement. You are teaching your mouth to keep going. Tomorrow, speak about your lunch. The next day, speak about your room. Then, speak about your family. Then speak about your plans. 1 minute every day becomes 7 minutes every week. Then 30 minutes every month. That may sound small, but small practice repeated often becomes real skill. Use the mirror. A mirror can be a useful speaking partner. Stand in front of it. Look at yourself. Then say 3 simple sentences. My name is. Today I feel. Today I want to. At first, this may feel strange. You may laugh. That is okay. Keep going. The mirror helps you become comfortable seeing yourself speak English. Many learners feel surprised when they hear their own English voice. It sounds unfamiliar, but your voice only becomes familiar through use. Do not judge it too quickly. Give it time. Record your voice. Your phone is not only for watching videos. It can also become your speaking teacher. Open the voice recorder. Speak for 30 seconds. Talk about your day. Then listen. Do not ask. Do I sound perfect? Ask better questions. Can I understand myself? Which word was not clear? Where did I stop? Can I say the same idea more simply? Then record again. The second recording will often sound better. Not because your English changed in 5 minutes, because your mouth received a second chance. This is important. Many real conversations do not give you a second chance, but practice does. Use that chance. Shadowing is another powerful method. You listen to one short English sentence. Then you repeat it immediately. Try to copy the rhythm. Try to copy the stress. Try to copy the feeling. Do not choose a fast video at the beginning. Choose slow, clear English. Let us practice now. Listen. I can speak with simple words. Now repeat. I can speak with simple words. Again. I can speak with simple words. Listen. I do not need to be perfect. Repeat. I do not need to be perfect. Again. I do not need to be perfect. Listen. My voice becomes stronger with practice. Repeat. My voice becomes stronger with practice. One more time. My voice becomes stronger with practice. Shadowing connects your ears and your mouth. You do not have much time to translate. You follow the sound. This helps English patterns become more natural. Practice for 5 minutes. That is enough. Stop studying. Only in silence, silent study feels comfortable. You can read slowly. You can stop whenever you want. Nobody hears your mistakes, but speaking requires sound. So every English study session should include your voice. When you learn a new word, say it. When you read a sentence, read it aloud. When you watch a short video, repeat one line. When you write an answer, speak the answer too. Do not let English stay only on the page. Bring it into your mouth. Bring it into your breath. Bring it into your voice. A daily 5-minute system. Here is a simple system you can follow every day. Say minute 1. Describe what you see. Look around your room. Say, I see a table. The window is open. My phone is on the bed. This room is quiet. Do not search for difficult objects. Use what you know. Minute 2. Describe what you are doing. Say, I am sitting. I am drinking water. I am studying English. I am listening carefully. Connect English directly to action. Minute 3. Talk about your feelings. Say, I feel calm. I feel tired. I feel nervous. I feel ready to practice. Your feelings are part of real conversation. Minute 4. Shadow 1 short clip. Listen to 2 or 3 sentences. Pause. Repeat. Focus on rhythm, not perfection. Minute 5. Record a short message. Say what you learned. For example, today I practiced English for 5 minutes. I described my room. I repeated 3 sentences. My pronunciation was not perfect, but I used my voice. That is a complete daily practice. 5 minutes. No expensive course. No partner needed. No special place. What to do? When you forget a word, you will forget words. Every learner does. Even strong speakers forget words sometimes. Do not let one missing word stop the whole conversation. Use a simpler word. Explain the meaning. For example, imagine you forget the word umbrella. You can say, it is something I use when it rains. Maybe the other person will help you. Now the conversation continues. Imagine you forget the word appointment. You can say, I have a meeting with the doctor tomorrow. You do not need the perfect word. You need a way to express the idea. This is a real speaking skill. Fluency is not knowing every word. Fluency is knowing how to continue. Stop comparing yourself. Maybe you watch someone speak English very well. They sound fast. They sound confident. Then you look at yourself and feel disappointed. Do not compare your first steps with someone else's long journey. Maybe they have practiced for 10 years. Maybe they use English at work every day. Maybe they live in an English-speaking country. You do not know their full story. Your job is not to become better than them today. Your job is to become a little better than yesterday. Yesterday, maybe you spoke for 10 seconds. Today, speak for 20 seconds. Yesterday, maybe you translated every sentence. Today, think one thought directly in English. Yesterday, maybe you stayed silent. Today, ask one question. That is progress. Small progress is not weak progress. It is the beginning of real change. Confidence comes after action. Many people say, when I feel confident, I will speak. But confidence usually comes after speaking. The first time you ride a bicycle, you do not feel confident. You feel unsure. You move slowly. You may lose balance. But after repeated practice, your body begins to understand. Confidence appears because you have experience. English speaking is the same. Do not wait for confidence. Create confidence through action. Speak while your voice shakes. Speak while you feel nervous. Speak with simple words. Speak even when the sentence is not perfect. Every small attempt teaches your brain, I can do this. Another story. One question a day. There was a learner named Hannah. Hannah worked in a small hotel. Many international visitors came to the front desk. Hannah understood basic English, but she was afraid to begin conversations. She always asked another worker to help. One day, her manager gave her a small challenge. He said, ask one guest one English question every day. Only one question. Hannah chose simple questions. Where are you from? Do you need help? How was your trip? The first day, her voice was very quiet. The second day, she made a grammar mistake. The third day, a guest asked her a question back. She felt nervous, but she answered. After 1 month, Hannah had started 30 small conversations. She was not fluent, but she was no longer silent. Her confidence did not come from studying more grammar. It came from using one question every day. You can do the same. Choose one English action, one question, one voice recording, 1 minute of speaking, one short conversation. Repeat it daily. Learn through things. You enjoy English does not need to feel like punishment. Choose content you enjoy. Maybe you like cooking. Watch simple cooking videos in English. Maybe you like business. Listen to short business stories. Maybe you like travel. Follow travel videos with clear speech. Maybe you like personal growth. Listen to motivational English lessons. Enjoyment helps you return, and returning is important. The best method is not always the most advanced method. The best method is the one you can continue. Your 7-day speaking challenge. For the next 7 days, try this plan. Day 1, speak for 1 minute about your morning. Day 2, describe 10 objects around you. Day 3, record a 30-second voice message. Day 4, shadow 5 simple sentences. Say day 5, ask one person one question in English. You can also ask the question online. Say day 6, talk about one mistake you made and what you learned. Say day 7, speak for 2 minutes about your week. Do not search for perfection. Search for consistency. At the end of 7 days, ask yourself, did I use my voice every day? That is the most important question. Repeat after me now. Let us finish with a short speaking practice. Listen first, then repeat. I understand more than I think. I can speak with simple words. I do not need perfect grammar to begin. Mistakes are part of learning. My mouth needs daily practice. My voice becomes stronger when I use it. I can think one small thought in English. I can speak for 1 minute today. I can ask for more time. I can continue when I forget a word. I will not compare my journey. I will focus on daily progress. Confidence comes after action. I am ready to use my voice. Now repeat the last sentence one more time. I am ready to use my voice. Say it slowly. I am ready to use my voice. Now say it with more confidence. I am ready to use my voice. Good. Final message. You do not need to wait another year. You do not need to finish another grammar book. You do not need to know every word. You can begin with the English you have today. Speak one sentence, then another. Use your voice for 1 minute. Repeat one short clip. Describe one daily action. Ask one simple question. These actions may feel small, but they are teaching your brain and your body that English is not only something you study. English is something you use. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel difficult. Some days you will forget words. Some days you will not like your pronunciation. Continue anyway. Real motivation is not feeling excited every day. Real motivation is returning to the practice. even when you are tired, even when you feel slow, even when progress is difficult to see. One day, someone will ask you a question in English, and instead of becoming silent, you will answer. Maybe the sentence will be simple, maybe it will not be perfect, but it will be your voice. And in that moment, you will understand something important. You were never unable to speak. You only needed practice. You only needed patience. And you only needed the courage to begin. Like this video if this lesson helped you. Subscribe to Mission English Daily for more slow and clear English practice. And watch the next video to continue training your listening, your mouth, and your confidence. You are not too late. You are not too slow. Your voice is still growing. Use it today and use it again tomorrow. Asterisk. By Jackma